All right, viewers, now I'm being joined over phone line with Sunita Bhuyan, well-known violinist. Miss Bhuyan, welcome to Northeast Live. So indeed, a very tragic news. Well, the Indian music industry witnessed one of its biggest loss after KK lost his life. It's shattered, Miss Count. What you have to say on this? Your views on this?
First of all, it's extremely shocking. It's extremely shocking, and it's a huge tragedy that a wonderful musician, artist, and a human being like KK is no longer with us, and he had to leave us so soon. I mean, he was just 53, and that's not an age for an artist to leave this world. And the other shocking and extremely alarming thing is that he did a full 1 hour show and he collapsed right after that. So that's again another important thing that we, need to get to everyone's notice, that do performers, performing musicians, artists do their health checks in the right way that they need to, especially with the kind of travel, the kind of erratic timings that we artists maintain. So definitely, like last year, we saw so many actors, falling prey to mental health and leaving the world. We heard of two artists this time. One was this famous Mr. Bashirji in Kerala, who passed away whilst performing. He passed away, I think, just a few days back, and then we had KKD passing away whilst he's performing. So that's again another big issue that we need to think about. And lastly, and very sadly, I read somewhere that he wasn't feeling well just before the concert. I think our own lives, well-being, our state of being, our own gut feeling of our body. I think if he said that he was not feeling unwell, he must have mentioned it to someone. I think the feeling of feeling uneasy, feeling unwell is, yes, we can take it as a passing phase, but I think these are the things that we have to be careful of. And that's all we can say, that if someone's not been feeling well, we need to take medical help. And that's very sad that I read somewhere that he mentioned that he wasn't feeling too well before the show. Well, there is Shakespeare's adage that says the show must go on. Unfortunately, at times, I think we've got to put a stop to the show if you're not feeling well. That's all I can say. I'm still under shock. Thank you for reaching out to me to express my feelings. Thank you to Northeast Live. And may his soul rest in peace. Our deepest condolences to the family. May God give him strength. And to all his co-artists who knew him closely, our deepest condolences to them. It's a huge, huge loss for his team, I'm sure. A irreplaceable loss.
Right, you very rightly mentioned that he wasn't feeling well, and we also showing the visuals, and he was rightly seen suffocated while performing. The auditorium was packed with over 7,000 people, and he was very uncomfortable. The visual speaks very clearly.
Yes, see, the audience is being packed, hall being packed, too much of adrenaline, too much of energy is part of a performer's life. That can't be disregarded. That we cannot. That point of view is just a piece of information. That's not relevant to what happened to KKG. What's more important is that do performing artists, do the kind of health checks that they need to. But even if we do everything, like they say in Assamese, we say that rakhe hori mare kun, mare hori rakhe kun.
Right.
If it's a sudden death, that's nothing that we can, heart failure. There's nothing that we can do. It's not in our hands. But yeah, maybe a clarion call to all performers who perform in such high energy travel to be a little careful about their health and probably do their health checks, as needed, especially whilst embarking on tours, because now the world is opening up. And that's all I can say at this point.
Right. All right, Ms. Sunita Bhuyan, thank you so much for all those details, and thank you for speaking to Northeast Live.